Ciao a tutti ragazzi, allora oggi parliamo di un argomento molto interessante e molto delicato. Parliamo della tematica dell'intersex, di cui cercheremo di capire durante l'intervista esattamente di cosa si tratta. Appunto, essendo un argomento delicato, preferisco lasciare la parola all'ospite. Hi Shenlea, ciao Shenlea. Adesso lascerò che l'ospite si presenti e poi proveremo a fare appunto qualche domanda all'ospite proprio su questo tema. Hi Shanley. So, could you greet our viewers and say who you are, where you come from, and what intersex?
My name is Shenlea Anna,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm from Winnipeg, Canada. Um, my family is Polish, Ukrainian, Irish, and Scottish. My When I first found out about myself, the genetics doctors presumably didn't know how to tell me properly, and they said it's like you're trans, but you're not. That's all he told me. I asked another friend of mine, and he was very diverse and he understood the paper. And he said, "Have you ever heard of the word intersex?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And like, just like that. And I was like, so I had to go online and look it up. And I was like, okay. And that's how I found out about it.
Okay.
And then my traits are kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. I've been told by a few people that understand it more than I do that it's like the traits of Turner syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Ok, allora, esattamente una persona intersex, quali sono i sintomi per cui si accorge di essere intersex? So, what are the symptoms that makes a person understand that she or he might be intersex?
I would be through the chromosomes for mine. It would be some people have surgeries. I've never had a surgery. But I know I have scars on the side of my leg, like on my hip, so I don't know what it's caused by. Nobody's ever told me. It'd be like 3 lines. It's almost like scratch marks, deep ones. And I never went through the hormone treatment, so I look like a little kid when people see me. And when people see me, this is what I look like.
Ok.
So people presume that I'm a kid, or they call me quirky, or I've been called derogatory derogatory remarks. Some people call me he, she, boy.
Mhm.
I've been named everything out of the book.
E com'è vivere tutti i giorni da intersex? Cioè, la società come tratta una persona intersex, se si è discriminati o no. What's it like being intersex daily? So, is society treating intersex people bad, or is there any kind of misjudgment, some kind of I don't know, people judge you, people hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I've had people hurt my feelings by the things that they said. I've had people try to test me, like where I've even had teachers, like one teacher actually like did a weird thing. Like he would always try to say he was gonna break me in, and he never got reported because back then I didn't know that there was something different about me because all the other kids were going through the puberty, but I didn't go through the setting of it. So he was like fascinated with me. So I found not to go to school, and I just kind of avoided being around other people until later in life, till I was ready to try and be around other people.
Ok. Quindi, da quel che ho capito, diciamo che essendoci la possibilità di non seguire la scuola, se non ho capito male, magari ho capito male io, è stato più facile, tra virgolette, non affrontare quel periodo perché si è potuti stare lontani. So, if I understood correctly,
Mhm.
you didn't go through puberty, through the period of puberty, you didn't go to school, or have I understood?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
No, I didn't go through the puberty of change, like from the childlike to the girls setting. Like I didn't have the blood dripping down the leg or anything like that. So that's what I used to call it. So I just kind of say it that way because it's the child form way of saying it.
okay,
And then with the boys, if it was where I was born a boy, I wouldn't have wet the bed or like whatever it was that I was supposed to do. Like I don't know which hormone thing I was gravitating to, but it just had low hormone, like very less. And I also have a bulb shape that's in my inside.
okay.
When they did the ultrasound, the doctors asked me, "Do we have the right chart? Like, why are you bringing in a guy?" And I'm like, "I'm not a guy. I'm a girl." And the doctor's like, "You don't look like a girl."
Mm,
And back then, that was very badly stereotyped because when you don't have the clue of what the child is,
mm,
the day after that, I didn't go back to high school again. And I was singled out. I had to stay behind doorways, or I was criticized by peers that should have been my friend, but they alienated away from me. And that needs to stop in schools. Like, if a child's born in a rare way, they may not know till they're ready, or the doctors need to, or the school needs to intervene with better supports for their school system.
ok. Quindi da quello che hai detto, in realtà anche in medicina, cioè i dottori, eccetera, eccetera, non hanno un buon comportamento, diciamo, con le persone intersex. So, if I understood correctly, even doctors do not behave correctly with
Yeah, I had
intersex
to be in
people.
pictures. I had to be in pictures because they were fascinated that I didn't grow. And most people, it would be like having my picture taken when I was 12 years old and not having anything on. And I would be like, this is kind of weird. Like, why am I the only one that's having this done? And my dad's like, you need to cooperate with them. On that, we don't know what's wrong with you. And when I had the genetic test done, the doctor was like, it's like you're trans, but you're not.
Hmm,
And then, the main street, like where you would find people who are hookers, the only line of work that you'd ever have. So
ok.
stereotyping me into that category, and then me not wanting to even go outside because I was criticized, and then having a dad that is Scottish and Irish that is affiliated with the Nazi setting, telling me that half the world is okay with me, but then if the Nazis found me, they would kill me on the spot.
Eh. Ehm, Quello che volevo sapere adesso è se la tua condizione ti ha permesso di avere una famiglia o comunque una persona accanto. Now, I want to ask you, if I may, if
Sure.
your condition has allowed you to have a family or someone who can who's your companion, okay, a companion. Um, if you found love, okay, so
I have found it a couple times. Yeah,
okay,
I've found it a couple times. I've been what is it? when I was in high school and when I was in grade 3, I had one girl that I liked. I didn't know about the whole, like diverse setting,
Mm-hmm.
and the girl's friends told her to test me to see if I was a girl. They would let me be in the change room. If I was a boy, they were gonna throw me out completely naked. And her dad told me I had a sickness and I was going to hell. And anybody that got touched by me, they would get sick and die on me. So from grade 3, I was thinking that anybody that got too close to me, I ruined them away from their own dad because I thought that that's what everybody else did back then.
Faccio fatica a trovare le domande perché hai una storia veramente tosta e triste. I'm in a difficult spot because your story is very sad. It's very hurtful. Okay, hurtful. And quello che volevo chiederti è, da persona intersex, in questo momento della tua vita ti senti a posto con te stessa? Cioè, in this moment of your life, have you accepted yourself? Are you happy with
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah. Now I am. When I was growing up, I didn't know about diverse. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew, like, I used to call under the rainbow people who were under the rainbow. I called girls were prospering, boys were Tobias.
Mm,
A trans person was a mixer, and I was an angel, like, because I had no names.
mm.
And my dad told me that people like me would never find love, and because my mom wouldn't put out, my dad would be teaching me how to be that way, which he should have been in jail. So,
Ok, e giusto per chiudere l'intervista, la situazione, diciamo l'awareness nel posto in cui ti trovi, io in Italia non lo so com'è, ma nel posto in cui ti trovi è buona sulle persone intersex. So, the awareness where you live, the awareness on intersex people, is it good? Is it on a good level? So people, intersex people are accepted now, or they are not?
um, if they're educated, if we educate the history of where intersex actually came from, there's Intersex Awareness Day, and then there's Remembrance Day for Barbara, who was an intersex person that was in the asylum or a school or something, and they fell in love with somebody, and they wanted to be with that person, and doctors found out about them, and they did a test on them, and they found out that they were pure male by the chromosome, and they wanted to alter the person to male, and this person could not condone that gender that they wanted to alter them to, and they killed themselves. That does happen in a long time ago. But now, because we're different, some people accept it, and then there's countries like Africa or, like Dubai, they will not accept it. It's condemned as, like, oh, this person needs to be gotten rid of or disposed of.
Ok. Ok, grazie mille Shelly, è stata un'intervista super interessante. Thank you Shelly, it was very interesting. It was great to meet you. And, e per voi ragazzi mi fa brutto dirvi di iscrivervi e di commentare qui sotto. Però se dovete iscrivervi, iscrivetevi e commentate qui sotto. Ci vediamo al prossimo video. Thank you Shelly and see you soon. And I hope to hear you from you soon, ok?
Okay, it's nice to talk with you, and it's nice to share my story with within your groups.
Thank you again. Ciao, Shelly. Bye, Shelly.
Okay.
Ciao, ciao.